Alrighty, so now I've maxed Dex. Look at that beautiful stat. 2-8. I am now 2-8. It's awesome. So, now you get to start maxing the rest of your stats. Now, I'd like to first of all point out that I did, in my endeavors, find a few rare items and I sold them. I found a bunch of pots. So if you look at my stats, they will be significantly higher than last time you saw them. And also, in my vault, I got some really nice skiers that I traded for some really nice pots. Now, first of all, at this point, you really might want to make a backup of your gear. So I've got a decent backup here. Have not yet backed up my weapon, but that's not too hard. I got this and this. I can probably buy a better weapon with some of my other stuff. Like I could trade T10 bow for T10 staff without too much difficulty, so that should be okay. And I've got T11 dagger. But anyways, I found a life potion and a mana potion. And I think this is the tough part, when you don't have much vault space nor character space, and you get these potions. The question is, what do you do with them? And I don't honestly have a very good answer, but I think I might drink them. Eventually I'm going to want to max my HP and my MP, so I'm thinking I might eventually I'm eventually going to be maxing them. I might want to drink a life and a mana, but they're worth so damn much. So I'm not entirely sure if I want to do it. So I think that you guys should maybe leave in the comments whether or not you think I should drink these, because I honestly haven't got a clue whether it's the best move to drink them or not at this point. Later I'm going to be trading to get them if I don't die. It's still very possible I'll die before I get to that point. So anyways, now getting the rest of your stats up. Now you're not going to be able to get life or mana up right now, but what you can get up, that's a level 1's tombstone right there. But what you can get up though are the rest of these stats. So attack, defense, vitality, and wisdom. Now for attack and defense, just like with speed, you can just farm the Godlands. So it's a priest, they're squishy-ish. So you just teleport in, you're in the Godlands, and the Godland gods can drop those stat pots. Now, for vitality and wisdom, you have to do dungeons, okay? Vitality requires you to do Abyss of Demons or something harder, and wisdom requires that you do Undead Lair or something harder. And you should be able to do those by now, with ease. But not if you don't know anything about them. If you don't know anything about them, they can indeed be very dangerous, very tough, and, you know, very big, much no-goes. So, man, I suck at dodging when I'm explaining things. So this is an Abyss of Demons. So I think in this video I'll explain Abyss of Demons, okay? So I may or may not succeed in soloing. I don't always succeed. Oh, this is going to be a disgusting one. They tend to be a lot bigger, and they're very rushy, you see? Things rush in and they attack. So really be ready to Nexus if worse comes to worse, okay? Be very ready to Nexus. And watch out for lava. But you can indeed rush through lava if you need to, just be aware it is going to hurt significantly. So you just want to go along. And I mean, it's Medusa that drop these. And I mean, they don't do too much damage when they rush like in danger. So what you want to do is you want to pull as many rooms as you can before entering the next one. So sneak forward, sneak back, and then see what will rush. Because they're so rushy, you can actually use that to your advantage. So rather than most people who are afraid, oh, they're so rushy, I hate that thing. Well, it's because you're rushing into the room and then they rush you. Yes, that's what they do. So then as I do that, now I know that this room is mostly clear. And if I do this, I realize, yes, it is. I was able to clear a full room ahead. And if you can just keep up that pattern, you can't die. So that's basically how you advance through the rooms, as you can see. And now if it gets too dangerous, Nexus. There, I had the Nexus. I was too low in health. Well, I ended up healing. But for a moment there, too low in health. So I'm now going to wait until I'm at the boss room to show you how to beat the boss room. Now that I've shown you how to get through the main rooms, I will pause the video and I will, come back in when I'm at a boss room. Alright, so I'm close to the boss room now, so I'm going to continue. Now, I'd like to point out that this is usually not done at this lowest stat level, so you should usually really wait and save these dungeons when you have a little higher def and a little higher attack than I actually have right now. But I'm more doing this just to show you A, that it can be done, and B, because I have good enough gear that I can do it. And I've also got a lot of skill. With enough skill, you could do this completely on max. I've seen it done. Now, here's the boss room. So, the key to this boss room, in my opinion, especially when you're a noob, is to do it in sets. So go in, do as much damage as you can, get out. Go in, do as much damage as you can, get out. because he's got these circling minions, the same guys you've been fighting the whole time. They're going at rush speed in circles around him, plus he's got these guys, which you should recognize at this point from the Godlands. Don't feel bad if you can't do abysses yet, even if you can't do them later. They are a thing that you may not even be able to do at 8-8, depending on your class and your skill level, and that's perfectly fine. You can always trade for your Vit pots. So don't worry if you can't do them. These are much harder. I would suggest UDLs are far easier. In fact, I find that they're very, very easy dungeons. Anyways, you can see the boss is going to be there. You can see there's a lot of lava on the floor. This is not lava, this is not lava, this is not lava, this is lava. Everything else is not lava, and those are solid pillars. You can like end up getting stuck on them if you're not careful. So yeah, just kind of get a good feel. Find yourself a decent dodge zone that's relatively near. So I like this area here. This should be good, and I can escape fairly easy like that, and I know I've already cleared this area, so if I need to run all the way out here, or even all the way over here, I am fine. Okay, so now I'm ready to actually start fighting. Now you see the circling guys are there, and you can see them, and they're way too fast for me, and like at least for me to know how to deal with them. If you have any ideas or hints or tips on how to deal with them, I'd be happy to know. So now, always keep an eye on where your dodge zone is. So for me, it's this area here, and my escape zone is this area here. So keep an eye on that. So even if you do decide to, rotate around like this, and you basically need screen rotation to do this dungeon, so definitely get used to screen rotation. It's well worth it. But just always, keep an eye on where your escape is. Always know where your escape is at, and don't feel bad that you're not getting a ton of damage in on the boss. You got time. I'm assuming you're soloing it. If you're not soloing it, it becomes a lot easier this dungeon, and someone else can get most of the damage. That's fine. You only need, I think, like a few hundred damage to get soulbound damage on the boss. Now, that does mean that you're not always going to get a pot, but it means you will eventually. And if you solo it, which I highly recommend doing, you guarantee yourself Death Pot and a Vit Pot. So it is a beautiful, beautiful dungeon. Now, do watch out for that attack, because it does weaken you, which means that you do a lot less damage. It means that you do no damage based on your attack, and you only do half damage to your weapon. So if you look at your weapon damage, divide that in 2, that's how much damage you're going to do. Minus enemy defense, which a lot of the enemies you care about will have high defense. The ones you don't care about won't. So you can see that I don't really know how not to take damage from these guys. Unlike Steno's guys, who I can dodge easily just by keep continuously moving, I don't actually know how to deal with those circling demons. So if someone knows how, I would very much like to know. So please leave that in the comments as well. Because I frankly would love to know how to do this without having to keep continuously retreating, without having to be so cautious. Because I mean, the other thing is that this boss is extremely out of place. Without those circling demons, this boss is a noob boss. And I mean, you cannot deny the fact that he is an out-of-place boss. Why don't they swap him out for the red demon? I don't know. He would do much better guarding the little, split of lava in the Godlands. Why he's out here, why he's hiding in here, don't ask me, but Kabam might want to swap those bosses. Just wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Just start whacking at him. Keep a good eye on your health. If your health is getting too low, remember your escape zone, get to your escape zone, and run. And here I'm safe. Nothing's gonna hurt me. I could, go for coffee, although I really couldn't go for coffee. Well, I wouldn't suggest going for coffee. But, it's pretty dang safe. And you can just sit there and, I've got a healing pet, so I don't need to heal that often, but if you have low vitality, you're probably going to have to leave a couple times, heal yourself. Not low vitality, no healing pet. You're probably going to have to leave and let your vet heal you sometimes. And ow, that hurt. You saw that? That was just damage dealing. And this boss keeps hiding behind the pillars. I don't like it. I'm going to have to go no, that. Now, if he does hide all the way over there, you may have to, adjust your attack strategy, so find a different dodge area, but always remember how to get back to your escape area. It can be the difference between nexusing or continuing the battle. And notice how nothing should ever at this point be a difference between life and death. No. It should never be a I'm going to die situation. It should be a between success or nexus. That should be your dichotomy. It looks like I'm going to take this massive inner path or something. I don't even know what's going on here. I'm not sure how to beat this guy right now. I officially am confused. So yeah. Alright, so this is a really hard boss battle. Extremely difficult. So I honestly am not sure. I think I might just speed up to the point where I do more damage. So you understand how to beat the boss now, and I'm just going to speed up the video to when I actually succeed in beating him. Alright, so there you go. You see the success, you kill him. No matter where you kill him, he will create a little bit of land, and also his circling minions, wherever they may be, at the point when you kill him, will cease to circle, and will just sit there. And you can deal with them and take out all your rage, although his demons do not just sit there. His white demons will continue to be white demons, and will continue to be annoying. But yeah, you see this guy was circling me before, but now he doesn't get the chance because he's frozen. So you just walk in and grab your Vit, your Death, and any other goodies you might get, like Deso Armor, or, I mean, I guess a Silver Star, but not really. And there you go. That's how you do Abysses. And it's really not that hard. And next video I'll show you how to do Undead Lairs, and maybe even Mad Labs if I have time. Thank you.